It happens. It's good.
Now your host, Steve Trombley,
Go back to it.
Gelios.
Us. Hey, what's up, everybody?
How's
Welcome
everyone
back.
doing? So, August episode, Macomb Scanner. Hey, quick note, we had some tech issues, probably because of the weather in Macomb County. So if you were on 5 minutes ago, apologize for that. If the video cuts out, we will be back. We're going to let it do its thing. So apologize for that. Probably the weather, even though we got Wi-Fi booster and all that stuff. So, but anyway, into the August show. Very excited. Thanks for joining, guys. So we got some shout outs that we want to address. The huge one, well, they're all huge, but the huge one is this backdrop.
Backdrop, sweet.
Awesome, awesome. We got our own backdrop with the logo on it and everything. So special thank you to Eric and his crew, Ashley, Brittany, and all of them at Print All in Richmond. They're on Main Street by like 32 Mile Road, down the street from Ball Equipment and all that. So Eric, thank you again for making this happen. This is huge. It helps us look a little bit better.
Well, it looks awesome. It's cool.
It's so awesome. The material is awesome. So if you need signs, business cards, stuff like that, and again, this isn't an ad. It's just he really Print All in Richmond really hooked up
Yeah, he
the
hooked us up
backdrop.
pretty good.
Yeah, special thank you to him for doing that for us. So go there for business cards, signs, decal, whatever you need, graphic wise. Go there. And thank you again. I'll share his information after.
Yep. And we'll put the link in the comment box.
Absolutely. The link to his website, go there. I use them often for the real estate signs and postcards and all that stuff. So thanks, guys, for all the likes. Steve has some very important shout outs, right?
Yeah, I do. So number one is Pizza Wings and Things. That's
Yes.
Gary and Gene. Call them the greatest pizza place around here. They have great pizza. They hook up their customers like their family. So check them out. Another shout out I want to give to the hardworking guys at the Mount Clemens Fire Department.
Yes.
These guys are working hard. They do it. They hooked me up with the shirt. So thank you to Nick and Dave. I appreciate it. You guys work your butts off. You guys are out there every day taking calls, doing what you guys got to do. You guys are out working every single day. You guys are hard workers. So thank you. And Channel 7, you guys believe in me. All the sponsors, everybody, Jason, even you, thank you.
Appreciate it. Always.
All these guys are they're supporting me and they believe in what I do. So thank you also to Channel 7.
Awesome. Mount Clemens Fire Department, we're going to get out to see you. So really want to get in there, say hi.
Yeah, they want to meet you. I talked to them. So I went there with my daughter, and they're like, "Oh, who's Jason? We got to meet Jason."
Cool.
So,
We'll definitely get in there. So we'll get in there. We'll do lunch or something. Pizza or something from Pizza. And
yeah, we can do that. That's actually a great idea.
Absolutely.
We'll get some pizza, bring it up to them.
We'll definitely arrange that and then go from there. So we got some awesome stuff. We have a special guest coming on in about 15 minutes or so. Tim Busenau from Macomb Township. He's got some awesome explosive news he wants to share. So
Great guy. It was the first episode we had was awesome. That was
absolutely. They had huge reception. So
It did.
we're gonna be doing that. So we have him coming in a little bit later. But we got some news that we want to share, right?
Yep. So I guess some of the news has been breaking or been going on recently. I know one of the ones was earlier that got out there big and is now being shared is earlier in the week the Roseville High School had posted what it was like a packet. They had a sheet of the rules that what they could wear and what they couldn't wear.
And you're not able to wear the U.S. flag, right?
And it says, the policy prohibits wearing the U.S. flag, and it caused an outburst on social media.
Yeah. What do you guys think about that? Can't wear the U.S. flag in America, in an American school, public school?
And after, I think, and they said it was an error, but it's kind of hard to believe it was an error, because I believe somebody had to proofread it, right? I mean, I would think so. And then after, everybody was like, oh my God. And I wasn't really putting it out there for them to be shamed or anything. I was just kind of like, what the heck is this? Like, this is kind of weird.
Well, yeah. I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, should a school be allowed to do that? I mean, especially considering people, residents' taxes support that school, and of course state funding, which comes again through taxes. You should be allowed to wear the American flag. I mean, I don't know why that's been. I mean, we're already taking certain other things out of school, so we can't support the flag. So, if you don't agree with it, do a little emoji icon. If there's one, if you're mad, do a mad emoji. If you don't agree about the flag being banned on clothing in schools.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I mean, I understand like they have to have dress code and
Right.
things, but
Right.
American flag.
Come on. I mean,
Aren't they getting rid of the Pledge of Allegiance or something like that already? They're trying to,
probably.
or it's done
It's a shame.
part, you know.
Oh, we gotta, cool. Yeah, no, I mean, a flag should not be banned.
I don't think so either.
I don't agree with that. So, so yeah, no, it's just,
Say, look, hey Tim, before Tim gets here, he just joined us, so thank you,
Alright.
Tim. We appreciate that.
That's awesome. Thanks for joining.
Another story we have here
Yes.
happened yesterday. I posted a video earlier, but I took the video down. That's why the video is not there anymore. I took the video down, so I have a lot of people asking me, hey, where'd the video go? Where'd the video go? I had to take it down, but there was a male, I believe it was a 55-year-old man from, I believe, St. Clair Shores. It's either St. Clair Shores or Roseville. He was traveling near 12 Mile in Van Dyke, and he totally took out a bus stop. And in that
I
video,
saw that.
that video was a little bit graphic. I mean, it was kind of hard to watch a little bit, and I was
Yeah.
kind of, I
That's
wasn't
right.
sure if I should post it because I watched it and I was kind of like,
It's I didn't actually see the video. I saw the screenshot.
yeah.
I mean, just completely demolished.
And
so.
that, what's kind of messed up, there's two things that were messed up about it. One, the guy gets out of his car and walks over these people that are laying under his car trapped, and then he just kind of nonchalantly walks away, goes into the subway, and then goes and uses the bathroom.
Yeah, who does that?
I mean, that's
crazy.
it's crazy. So, and also they were saying that from some of the tipsters that were there, they were saying that the police were there, and they were actually making them walk a straight line. So they are now, charges are being filed. I think today they were trying to figure out what they were going to charge him with. It's not 100% that we do know that he was drugs or alcohol was
Right.
involved, but I believe that he possibly was drunk. Another thing, he was traveling at a high rate of speed because he tried turning into Subway, probably at least doing 35, 40. I mean, that's kind of crazy.
Which is fast on a curve.
Even when it's raining.
Yeah.
You know. And then not only that, but some people shared some pictures at the scene there real close, and it was kind of graphic. And I didn't see him until today. They posted them last night, but I seen them today, and I mean, it was very graphic and very sad that these people had to go through that. I believe one of the people today is in critical, serious condition at the hospital. So, hopefully they get better and they can make it out of this, and hopefully this guy goes to jail.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I don't know what's going on out there. I mean, it just seems like things are getting weirder and weirder. But, these types of things where, I mean, you plow through a bus stop and then you think it's okay to just, walk and, go to the bathroom. I mean, that's
Well, he was like walking over the people.
Yeah.
Because the people were under by his door, his driver door.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
I couldn't even imagine. I actually thought he was going to get out the passenger side, and I don't know. It was
that's
kinda,
not right.
Yeah, it was kind of weird.
Couple shout outs. But enough with the school dress code. Christina, you're right. Sorry. It's a big issue with the dress code. So, it seems like schools are trying to basically strip down everyone's rights and just, but that's a whole nother story. We're going to stop. So thank you.
Hey,
I
the people
appreciate-
wanted to hear it. It's really
Right.
big, so
Absolutely.
I'm just giving the people what they want.
Absolutely. Sandy, thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Erica, thanks for joining. Okay, Amanda, thanks for joining. Love the flags. Daniel Ainsworth, it was nasty. Yeah, that is bad. I mean, it was pretty graphic. Some other places shared it too after, and I was like, okay. But
So I believe they did arrest him because he's in jail. I think he's at the jail right now.
yeah,
But
yeah.
they still know what they're formally going to charge him with. I think.
Reckless. I mean, I don't know. Would it be attempted murder? I mean, he didn't really.
Well, the person's in serious critical, so I mean, it kind of we'll see what happens. I'm sure if that person passes away, it'll probably could be a manslaughter charge.
Manslaughter. That's right. We should know that being in this business. So.
Well, what's crazy too is that every time I do a big story, not like stories are big or anything, I'm like, man, I wonder, am I ever going to be able to get a big story again? And then I wake up the next morning and there's stories coming in every single day, which is I don't know, it's kind of crazy. But I enjoy bringing the stories to you guys, and I love the interaction. I love that you guys interact, follow, and share. So I definitely appreciate that.
Awesome, excellent. What else we got going on? We got well, I don't know if I should bring this up, but the whole Karen Springer thing.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I forgot about that. I wanted to talk about that.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I believe they're
the residents and whether she was there or not. I mean, lives there or not.
They're trying to get her for perjury.
Yeah, they're going after her, right?
And people thought I was crazy. People thought like, why are you going and following this woman? Why are you going and seeing where she? Why are you going to her house and all that?
Right.
Well,
it's crazy.
For one, it's public record because her and her campaign manager are running in politics, or they're running for positions, so they have to put their address down.
Right.
So that's all public information.
Right.
So anybody can go and look it up. I guess I'm just using it as a different avenue. I'm sharing it on Facebook. I mean,
right.
Anybody can do that.
Yeah. You know what? Why don't we address that? There's been a very small amount, probably, I don't know what, 3% out of 100 that don't like what's shared. I've never seen extremely graphic, sad, crazy video or photos on Macomb Scanner. It's been just showing, the car accident, nobody, this and that. Maybe somebody standing on the side where you can't even see them. I'm just gonna say it. We can't please everybody,
It probably won't happen.
Right. It's not gonna happen. As this page grows, the past 2 weeks we got over 2,000 more followers. There's bound to be someone that says, "Hey, what are you guys doing? Why are you sharing this?" This is a neutral site. We don't take sides and all that.
No.
The right side, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of these things. These are things that happen every day. So I guess sorry in advance if we're just sharing what happens in the world. It's no different than when you turn on channel 2, channel 7. Right. They're bringing you the news. They're not spinning it. They're just showing you what's going out there. So.
It's not like we're like Macomb Daily and we're like trash talking independent journalism, and they actually go and make headlines towards me, which I think is kind of funny. It's a little bit flattering.
Yeah,
I like that a little bit.
Yeah, they can't seem to stay off our page. So
another thing with the Karen Springer thing, and who's trying to push forward her and pushing forward with the perjury case is Macomb County Sheriff Department, but Mark Hackle is kind of pushing for it. And today when I was at the Cabela's grand opening,
right.
He was there. I was like, "Hey, what's up, Mark?" I was like, "I don't know what you think about me or my page. I've never met you."
Yeah, we don't know, right?
He was like, "Oh, we know who you are. We follow you. We watch you." My secretary and other people in the office, they're like, "We know who you are. We watch it." And so it was kind of cool.
Right.
It was actually a little bit flattering. I was like, I didn't expect him to watch or follow, but
that's cool.
It was cool. I got a picture. I think I uploaded it earlier, so that was kind of cool to meet with the county executive.
I think Mark Heckle's doing a lot of great things. He's everywhere. He's involved. He's transparent. He's fought for good. Especially now that we have certain people out of office, and
right.
Transparency is back in the office. So, this would probably be a great segue to get Tim on.
Yeah,
I think we should do.
Perfect.
Let me grab that quickly.
Sure.
So basically. It's no secret. It's no secret that Macomb Township is going through some stuff. It's basically my hometown. I grew up there since I was born. So I have a special place in my heart for Macomb Township. Although the whole county I love, that's why I'm still here. But basically, there's one guy that is swimming against the current. Okay.
Right.
Okay, so to speak. Yeah. Honesty, transparency, all that stuff exists. It's his motto. We've had Tim on the show before. Tim Bousinow, trustee from Macomb Township. He shared some great information. He's got some more great information. A lot has happened since 2-3 months ago. Yeah, a lot's happened. So we're gonna bring him on. And if this is a great chance for you guys to ask questions, even if you don't live in Macomb Township. With everything going on, it's affecting the whole county. But right now, for about 10 minutes or so, we're going to focus on what's going on there. So we're going to bring Tim on.
Yeah.
What's going on?
How are you?
Come on in.
Good.
Welcome to Macomb County Scanner Live again.
Thank you.
Yeah. Sorry. We got a lot of
Hey,
courts going on
sure,
here. So.
Jason?
Hey, you know
We
what?
didn't
There
plan
was
this, but
No, we're all Navy
there was a
blue.
Navy memo. We're all wearing Navy.
That's
So.
awesome.
I'm glad I got the right color here.
So how do you like the backdrop? Usually it's green.
Isn't that
It's
cool?
fantastic. Every time you guys are moving up, I told you that, there'd be a day you probably won't talk to me anymore, Steve, because you're so popular. And
We'll always talk to
Jason will
them.
always be the, hometown guy, but I don't know about
Well, I
you.
grew up-
You're
I
going
grew-
place.
Well, I grew up in Macomb Township, so
Right.
like Jason said, I have a special place in my heart for Macomb
Right.
Township. So actually, if I could, I would probably never leave Macomb Township.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind
It's a
leaving.
great city to especially be in especially
I don't know whether to look at you guys, the camera, I'm getting used to
Yeah.
this, so I'm
No,
gonna,
yeah,
I'm
left
gonna
side
look
right
at
there,
everybody
yeah.
out there. There you
Yeah,
go.
we'll pretty much look at everyone out there, and if anybody has a question, we can do that after you share your news, and then we'll get to comments.
Yeah, before we probably start talking about some of the hard-hitting stuff and
Yes.
some of the stuff that you talk about swimming up the current that I have to do
Yeah.
at times, there
Right.
have been some neat things that have been going on with the township. We brought on 8 more sheriffs that followed, bringing on more
I'm excited about that.
firefighters.
Absolutely.
You saw the lights going around the school area at
Yes.
Dakota, which was a big issue. Sidewalks are going in.
Yep.
There's a lot of good things that are happening, but I know people probably don't want to talk about all those things. They probably want to talk about the health care benefits.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot of people contacting me about it's kind of unusual for us to have an open grievance at a board meeting.
Yeah.
And we had one last meeting about a firefighter. And some stuff came out about that, and I think you're going to be hearing more come out about that. I'm not exactly sure how much I want to say, but
Right.
it's a tough job to have to terminate somebody, and since we've done that, and the grievance hearing has come out, some more new things are coming to light. I'm hoping that we kind of relook at the whole situation. Maybe even take it a step to maybe even reinstate that firefighter.
Right.
But that's a few steps down the road.
Well, I mean, it's got to be hard, especially when it's a police officer or a firefighter.
Yeah,
It's
I
kind
mean,
of
that's yeah.
got to be
I
kind
don't
of
agree
heavy.
with that, but so yeah.
So what do you guys want to talk about? Questions? We can answer people here. I already
Yeah,
see
so
some people
we
that
see
follow me.
we got Lisa Mitchell-Nolan. Thank you. Tim B, the voice and reason of Macomb Township. You know what? I agree.
Absolutely.
I believe you're doing a great job. And
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I think
Thank
you're
you.
you're not trying to hide anything, and there's nothing like secretive going on. You're not picking one way. I think you're for the residents, and I think that's one reason why I believe in you. I think you're doing a great job.
Thank you. Well, the residents are really, really engaged.
Right,
I've lived
right.
in Macomb now, you grew up here, but
Right,
I've been a
right.
homeowner for, I don't know, little over 20 years.
Wow.
I've never seen residents engaged like they are right now. Sometimes residents were engaged issue-based, and they kind of went away. But every meeting, we got people, and I tell you, if you watch our board meetings,
Right.
not to, try to compare us to other townships and council meetings and what I see residents say, but our residents are very articulate, they've researched the topic.
Absolutely.
I'm very, very impressive with the way the residents are trying to get engaged and keep us on
Yeah.
top of things.
And they're super involved.
Mike Lessick from Fraser's
You can
chiming
read
in, our city council.
How's it going,
friend.
Mike?
Yeah. Thanks for chiming in.
Yeah. To be honest, there's, me and Mike have created a relationship over the last few months, and he at times tries to give me advice on how to handle things. So thanks,
Right.
Mike.
Right.
Well, yeah,
Out
it's
there.
good that other township people are you guys are talking, you guys are trying to help each other out, because I believe it is different cities and all that, but
Right.
we're all kind of like one. We're all in Macomb County. We want everything to go right. We want people to succeed. And I think getting outside help is kind of a good thing.
Absolutely. And too, I think, with the rise of social media, I mean, social media is not going away. We live in this information age. Social media brings light to a lot of topics. There's a lot of groups that have basically come up, Macomb Township pages and all this on Facebook, and even ours, quite honestly, where people get unbiased information and they actually get unfiltered information, which is good and bad. Overall, though.
And sometimes it gets
it's great.
tricky because I'm learning as a board member, I can't.
Right.
You know me, I'm not afraid to give my opinion and be transparent, but we can't be transparent 100% of the times because of legalities.
Right.
You know,
True.
some of those things that happen
course.
that you just got to be careful. So I'm learning that too. But definitely Facebook is definitely, you know, I can't imagine right now how the residents would be cooperating in, you know, doing what they do without some of these
Right.
social
Absolutely.
media
I
pages.
think some of the information. I think a lot of people would be missing information.
Right.
Now they got now there's going to be people that are for and people that are against everybody.
Right.
So they're gonna have to kind of learn it and get what they like and what their thought of it is. But I believe if there wasn't some of these pages or Facebook, I think some of the information people wouldn't even know what's going on.
It's a great gauge for me to also, as I'm learning how to do this, you know, I've only been in office 8 months or something.
Right.
As I'm learning the public life of throwing out stuff on social media and find out how do the residents really feel about this issue,
Of course.
I find out very quickly. You know, either it's
That's
crickets
the beauty of it.
or right away, you know, it's
Yeah.
a big topic, which one next board meeting, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to, you know, get this all cleared up next board meeting, but I am trying to keep a campaign promise. And remember last time I was on, I talked to you guys
Right.
about some statistics with
Right.
these healthcare benefits for part-time trustees.
We call them Cadillac benefits.
Yeah, that's one of those social
Yeah,
media
it's-
things
Oh.
that they've started, but I definitely, I want this board to revisit, re-examine, look at that, not trying to hurt anybody.
Right.
But I do have a responsibility to taxpayers. I turn those benefits down, save the township over $100,000, so, you know, I think we need to re-examine it just for the trustees, not for the
Absolutely.
full-time elected officials.
Absolutely. So
Definitely.
there's gotta be a lot of things. Anything else you want to share?
I don't know, any questions, or?
We got
Yeah.
more questions from the followers. Ask a question and we'll be sure to answer that. And
No,
yeah.
yeah.
Go ahead, Jason. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. You're
I'll
right.
say it. See, I got my my Mount Clemens firefighter shirt
Right.
that we were talking about it. So we're talking firefighters come up, and so it's kind of funny.
Yeah, there's
Not
a
only
lot of-
that, but we're all wearing blue, which
Yeah,
that's
we're like
not
the Navy
planned.
team. Navy team. So
Well, I know one of the issues too that people are talking about is some of the personnel we've added, so.
Oh, was that
Deputy
Yeah.
supervisor.
a deputy supervisor?
An attorney or HR, which has been, you know, talked about, discussed,
A lot,
and
yeah.
got over a lot, so I know that's a hot topic with people, so
Right.
I could answer questions about that.
yeah, we're getting.
I just I don't know. I don't want to get anybody in trouble or anything, but it's just weird that they're like because you guys already have, I believe, a supervisor, right? And
Yep.
then now she's gonna have somebody. It's I don't know if it's gonna if she doesn't, you know, if she needs help or something. That's just I'm not too big into politics. I'm not that's not what I've indulged into. So I'm learning as I'm going, especially because I've only been getting into town hall meetings since November.
Right.
So a lot of the stuff I'm kind of learning, and I'm kind of learning
Yeah.
from some of the.
I'm still learning too. I told you before, I came
Right.
in a very unique time in our township, and my learning curve is been much different than
Right.
any other trustees sitting there. But I can tell you that I think a big concern residents have with not only the supervisor and HR general counsel position, we're a growing township.
Right.
We know that we are still exploding. I mean, the numbers where we're gonna end up is somewhere 130,000, I
Right.
think,
Wow,
in the
that's a
next
lot of
20
people.
years. We know that we have to add people. I think the concern is why haven't we opened up this process for applications? You know, really sat down and looked at, I think some people have a concern of how these people have been appointed.
Yeah.
Not do we need that help, because I think we probably do need that
Right.
help, but it's how those positions are getting filled.
Right.
Yeah, and I think that's the big thing. You know, I mean, people aren't. Hey Ken, what's going on, buddy? Jamie Lynn, thanks, appreciate it.
Well, that's a lot of people, 130,000, because I know, I don't know if it was 500,000
Yeah.
or 800,000, but that's like the whole county. You know, that's a lot of people, and then to have 130,000 in Macomb Township it's a little bit big right now, but it's not like you think 130,000 is a lot of people in one area.
It's growing fast. But, you know, Tim, you're right. I mean, there's a lot, you know, in terms of how certain people at the township are spending their money, you know, in terms of tablets and, you know.
That's a whole nother issue.
That's a whole nother issue, you know, and
I
all
think
this
we're gonna
stuff.
revisit that, you know, yeah, for anybody who's been following the township,
Yeah.
you know, we did table that tablet issue, and I think it's gonna come back up, and I think we got some new quotes. I think
Right.
there is an attempt in the township to go paperless, which I kind of agree with, because I
think so, too.
am paperless in my classroom.
Right,
you know,
right.
but,
Yeah.
Not to bring
Our
my other
office,
job
too.
in there too much.
Right.
However, you know, we definitely don't need, I don't think, the trustees need that much power to do what we need, and that is to,
Right.
you know, access a PDF.
Right.
So,
And you guys, didn't you guys have that on the board? You guys talked about it.
I remember that.
The previous meeting was like 2 meetings ago, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
so we're gonna revisit this meeting.
You know, Tim, I'm not sure if you know this. You probably do, but where do you see Macomb Township and possibly surrounding areas going in terms of widening roads? I know 23 Mile Road is on the docket, right?
Yep.
That's gonna be a huge one, which I think that desperately needs to be widened. If anyone in the audience watching goes over 23 Mile Road, drives on it daily or whatnot, and thinks that it's a nightmare, give us a mad face.
I have to
emoji.
drive in that too, and that's
Yeah.
what people forget
It's
about
horrible.
elected officials. I live in the community
You live
too.
in the area,
Right.
yeah.
Roads are kind of a different issue, you know. Your
Right.
new friend Mark Hackle now, you know, you might want to ask him because that's kind of a county issue.
county issue.
Roads are definitely county
Right,
issues.
right.
However, we do have a lot of partnerships at times to, you know, put in the roads and put in some of the infrastructure.
Right.
Sometimes we cover a little bit of the cost, but we as far as roads, I think that's something that is being looked at all the time. But
I think they just finished up 22 in Hayes just like last year, 2 years ago. They widened that at the intersection. I believe they built a bridge over at 23 in Romeo Plank. I know they've updated that within the
Right.
past,
Yeah.
I want to say like 5 years. I'm trying to think of where else they've done that. And I know it's not solely a township issue because, like you said, it's bigger than that because there's
Right.
planning. And you guys can't just be like, oh, well, we want a bigger road, let's do it
Right,
and make the
right.
plan, you know?
well, it's definitely something that, you know, the logistics have to get worked out with
course.
other
Yeah.
communities and townships because, you know, Hall Road, people say the Hall Road is 23 miles, kind of like Hall Road used to be. Now
Right.
people are talking about 26 mile,
Oh,
could be like
yeah.
23 mile,
I think
because
so.
you have other communities like Shelby and Washington Township that are
Right.
also growing and expanding, but roads is definitely an issue
issue.
we are looking at all the time, but again, that is
Right.
the Macomb County Road Commission is
Right.
someone who really drives that.
So Tim, Erica's asking,
Okay.
thanks Erica for the comment. She's asking, we should saying, we should make sure there are plenty of parks in the township too. Do you think Macomb Township has a good amount of parks? Or do you think we're a little bit behind compared to like Shelby and Chesterfield and New Baltimore maybe?
Yeah, I'm actually on a committee with our Parks and Rec director and our supervisor and our treasurer and our finance director. Parks and Rec, parks is something that the ones that we do have, people absolutely love.
Right.
You know,
They're
they
all-
love
yeah,
our
they're
rec
amazing.
center. Our rec center, I know that's not a park, I'll get to the park in a second, but our rec center is a gem of the area.
Oh, it's huge.
We see people from Shelby Township, Washington Township, they bring in buses to visit there. Literally, I was there the other day and there's a bus from Shelby Township dropping
That's
people
crazy.
off. Parks, there are a couple places that we are looking for parks. There was some, you know, we looked at the dog park behind the fire station last year, which was some controversy, and that may get revisited, or that could
Right.
become a different kind of park. There is
Right.
some property that we are looking at 24 in cost, I want to say, I'm hoping I'm saying that right. Some property out there.
Yeah, by there's a landfill or something?
Yeah, well, it used to be.
Used to be, okay.
Yeah, when they cover landfills up, don't forget Jimmy John's was built on a landfill.
Landfill, yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
and people sit out in right field on it too.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but there's some other places too that we're discussing. We've talked about some of these, and maybe even purchasing some additional property. But I think you're going to see a big extension of the Parks and Rec, and I think
Right.
it's going to come down the pipe that. When we're done with this committee,
Right.
Sal DeCaro, our Parks and Rec director, is definitely
Okay.
going to present some of
Nice.
these ideas.
Nice.
He has a lot of ideas. Believe me, there's a lot out there.
Right.
I know, because the one I like, and it's been there for a while, is Waldenburg. That's a nice park.
Yeah,
Over there at, 21, just
Yeah.
east of Romeo Plain.
and that was one of the first that I remember visiting as a parent in
Right.
Macomb Township. And again,
Right.
20 years ago now. It just
It is,
seems
yeah.
like I just moved into town.
It's crazy.
Well, where did you move from?
We had lived by the Palace of Auburn Hills.
Okay, so Auburn
Oh.
Hills area.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
wow.
I grew up in Flint. My wife grew up in Warren. So after college, we married, got an apartment for a short time, and
Gotcha.
then chose Macomb Township for our home. And
Nice.
and I love Macomb Township, and that's one of the things that sometimes people, you know, try to make an issue out of. When you're
course.
trying to make a difference and you're
Right.
trying to be transparent, that somehow you don't love where you live.
Yeah.
I love where I live.
Yeah.
I don't plan on going anywhere. But having said that, there are issues in our township that have to be addressed, have to be taken care of.
They gotta be addressed, right?
And
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
because I love the township.
Well, it's a great township.
Awesome. Well, cool. Well, thanks for being on.
Okay,
Yeah,
awesome.
if you ever want to come
Thanks,
back on, you're
guys.
more than
All
welcome,
right,
for sure.
all right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool.
Bye, everybody.
See you, Tim. So yeah, I
So,
guess
yeah.
we'll close it out.
Yeah, we'll definitely. Oh, you know what? One more. Tim, can you share how people can actually connect with you on Facebook and?
Yeah, because I think you have more followers.
Yeah.
I think you're like 700 now, I believe.
Yeah.
before
Yes,
it
yeah,
was-
see, you know, and
want to share that information?
yeah, I am
definitely.
humbled by that. It's Bussino for Macomb. That's my Facebook page. It's pretty easy to get, Bussino for Macomb.
Easy.
I'm pretty good at communicating on there. I can't answer every question again because
But
sometimes
busy.
I have to research it. Well, I do a pretty good
Right,
job of trying to reach it, but I'm pretty interactive with that. But there's a lot of people that, if you want to find out what's going on in the township, again, I'm as transparent as I can be on
Right.
that page.
Right.
I do not consider myself a politician.
Right.
I just don't. I'm somebody who's kind of living that life right now, but I believe that this is,
Right.
you know, the residents' town, you know,
Absolutely.
the voters' town, and I'm going to try to get out as much information as I can. Thank you for bringing me back in and
Yeah,
telling
hey,
everyone about that.
no
Yeah,
problem.
I'm like 744, so I'm only 50,300 behind
Well,
you.
we just got 2,000 last week, so.
Well, I think you're doing great things, and
Awesome.
I'd
Yeah.
love to have you back on if you ever
Awesome.
need anything. So
Awesome.
yeah, it's great. Appreciate it.
Cool. Thanks, Tim.
So another big shout out. So big shout out to Tim for coming and
Yes,
and
thank
letting
you.
some of the residents know what's going on. Big shout out to the Mount Clemens Fire Department. You guys are working hard every single day. So thank you for believing in me. Maybe one day I can become your photographer. We'll see. We'll have to see that.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Pizza Wings and Things.
Yes.
Another big shout out. One of my favorite places is Wise Guys. Wise Guys at Garfield and Canal, and Wise Guys at Harper. I'm usually there. You guys can see me there sometimes. And
Right.
we got to give a shout out for this beautiful backdrop
Yes.
that we got.
Print all signs. They do everything graphics. Thanks again, Eric and your team, for doing that. This looks so amazing. I was so psyched when I got it today. So glad we had it for the show today too. So
It's amazing.
it's so cool. So thanks again. Print all. I'm going to share their link below after the show. Check them out in Richmond. And that's about it. This has been the August episode.
August episode.
Yeah, a little bit crammed in. There's so much going on, but we try to pick the most important things. Having Tim Busanow on was awesome. So great information there.
Love to have him back whenever.
Be sure to like his page, and if you're from Macomb Township,
Go-
get involved because there's a lot going on in there.
That's a great way to stay involved, know
You
what's
gotta
going
stay
on,
involved,
and then you
right.
can have your voice even a little bit on there, and then definitely go to the town hall meeting, see what's going on, get
Absolutely.
educated on what's going on, and that's the only way of if you want something
Absolutely.
to change or you don't want something to happen, you have to go tell them and voice your
Right.
opinion. I believe,
Absolutely.
and that's how it works.
So thanks, guys, for everybody who basically watches this, during the show live and after. After we get a huge engagement in like the tens of thousands. So thank you guys for actually tuning in.
It's amazing. I'm
It-
blown away by the followers.
It is
and
amazing.
everybody interacting. I
Right.
can't even believe it.
Remember too that we do this monthly, so we usually share something about a week prior that hey, we're going to go live on this date and that date. So thanks again, and that's it, right?
All right, cool, yeah.
Awesome.
Another,
Thanks,
another
Steve.
great show.
Awesome. Thanks, guys, for tuning in.
I'll see you guys next time.